Hi, Tommy. Can you present your booth, please?
Yeah, sure. So my name's Tommy Vargas. I'm with Factory Entertainment. We're here at San Diego Comic-Con. This is booth number 2743. Just to give you a little bit of an overview of who we are, we produce high-end collectibles, officially licensed high-end collectibles from a multitude of different brands, like Game of Thrones and Harry Potter and Star Trek, among many others. And we create a lot of different collectibles for a lot of different categories. So things like prop replicas and kitchenware, barware, statues, and so on. So what I would love to do is show you what we have in store.
Of course.
So this is our coming soon area.
Okay.
And so what we have over here are items that are currently available on our website, which is factoryent.com.
Okay.
And so we have some of our House of the Dragon swords, which we just announced, and they're available to pre-order online right now. So this is our Blackfire sword. It's a 1-to-1 scale prop replica.
Okay.
And it's made completely out of metal, and it's an accurate representation of the sword as you see on screen. Similarly, we also have our Dark Sister sword.
Okay.
As you can see.
Do you have some exclusive creations for Comic-Con?
Yep.
Okay.
Not an exclusive for Comic-Con. These are regular items, but I'll show you some exclusives a little later.
Yes, good.
And so we also have our Viserius crown over here, which is made completely out of metal, and again, is an accurate representation of the actual prop as seen on screen. So what's great about what we do is we're provided with assets from the studio, in this case Warner Brothers and HBO, that allow us to create something that is truly authentic to what you see on screen. But we create an idealized version because the props that you see on screen may be made out of different materials, not quite as idealized as what we have here. So moving down, we have our Chris Knife prop replica, which again is available to pre-order now.
Sorry.
Oh, you're fine. And then we also have our Colonial Warrior blaster, which we haven't announced yet. It's not available quite yet, but will be soon.
Okay, nice.
So what's great down here are two brand new items that we haven't shown anywhere, and they're not available on our site quite yet, but they will be soon. We have our Power Sword from Masters of the Universe.
Nice.
And this is the animated version. So we came out with another version a couple of years ago.
Yes.
And a lot of the fans of Masters of the Universe, they said they wanted something that was more close to what's represented in the animated series.
Yes,
and so that's what we decided to produce here, and that's what we're answering the call to that.
It's beautiful.
And then over here we have a LARP version of the Power Sword. So it's made out of high density foam, and it's perfect for people who love to do live action role play. And it doesn't really hurt when you whack people with it, although we advise against that. But that's kind of what it's meant for. So beneath that is the She-Ra sword, which is very similar to the animated Power Sword above, but the difference is it has a jewel on the inside, or at least a faux jewel, because if we were trying to source an actual jewel that size, it would be incredibly prohibitive in terms of cost.
Of course.
All right, so moving on over here. Starting up top, these are some more of our prop replicas, so we're going into Star Trek now.
Yes.
This is our dedication plaque, and we just announced it at this show. It's not available currently, but it will be available soon.
Okay, nice.
Immediately beneath that is our Science Tricorder. We just announced that this past Saturday. And it is the first officially licensed Science Tricorder that's been released to, medical tricorder, excuse me, not science, medical tricorder that's been released to market. And it's been flying off the shelf. It's been one of our best-selling items that we've released. And it's currently, again, that one, if you're interested in it, I would highly suggest that you place your order now at our website, factoryent.com, because it's incredibly limited and it is selling very quickly. So to the left of that is our Strange New Worlds phaser. This is a prototype that we intend on announcing a pre-order for a little later this year. And beneath that is our Assault phaser. And by the way, each one of these right here, they all have electronic features like lights and sounds. And at a certain point, it's not necessarily articulation but movement. So for instance, the Assault phaser actually has a removable clip on the bottom, and then the top will actually expand, so you can put the P1 phaser on the inside. And the P1 phaser in this instance actually is a fully functional P1 phaser that when you press a button, it'll have lights and sounds, and it'll look as though it is a weapon. So it's a lot different from what's been produced before. Over to the left here is our Agonizer from the original series, which is again just something that was announced, and then our Cobra phaser here. Then immediately on the bottom, we have Geordi's visor.
Yes.
And it is completely made out of metal, and we intend on announcing more information about that soon on our website, factoryent.com. So moving over here.
Yes.
So this is a part of our range called our Scaled Prop Replica range, and so what's great about these is we were trying to answer a call for people who don't necessarily have the income to afford items that are hundreds or thousands of dollars, or perhaps they're short on space. So what we decided to do was release something that allowed people to display their fandom anywhere. So if you have an office or you know, a place that we're short on space, like a living room, you can put these up. And you're not breaking the bank doing so. So each one of these will range anywhere from $40 to about $150, and they're made mostly out of metal. So we have a wide assortment of brand new items ranging from Ultraman to Men in Black to Harry Potter and Star Trek and James Bond that we're coming out with in our expanded scale prop replica line. Our current scale prop replica line currently consists of a multitude of brands, including Batman, current Star Trek lines, Masters of the Universe, and so on. So that's pretty much what we're coming out with.
And do you have some other things to show us?
Absolutely.
Nice.
So these items are our current line, but these are kind of like what we're selling at the show at the moment. So we've been really prolific in our 10-tote releases. We've had many 10-totes that we produced over the years since 2011. And so this is kind of what we're pushing at the show.
Nice.
Immediately following that is our CHS range. CHS is really just a keychain and pin set. So you get 3 charms typically and 1 enamel pin. But what's great about these is they are sold in collector packaging. And that packaging is meant to represent like an 1980s vintage style VHS, so like tapes. If you're old enough to understand, or maybe if you're not young enough, maybe ask your parents and they'll tell you.
Good idea.
So we'll go over here. And so these are our scaled prop replicas. So when I was mentioning over on the other side of the booth about our coming soon items, these are some of our offerings from our scaled prop replica line that we're currently selling at the show now, and they're currently available to ship from factoryend.com. So as you can see, it's all sorts of different brands from Masters of the Universe and Aquaman, Men in Black, Universal Monsters, Batman, and just a ton more, including Back to the Future. And by the way, Back to the Future has been a phenomenal scaled prop replica line for us because we just announced a plutonium case here, and it's done quite well. So let me show you some exclusives to this show, because that's what people seem to be the most interested, you know.
Of course.
So.
And some have already sold out.
Yeah, some have already sold out. The good news is they're sold out at the show, but we do have some in our warehouse currently, or we will be shipping in August. So yeah, if they're sold out here, you can still get them on our website at factoryend.com, and we'll be shipping them.
Which is good, because on one day it's already sold out. Bravo, as you say.
Oh, thank you.
Bravo.
Doing quite well. So we can take a look over this. So this is our just announced Battlestar Galactica Viper metal bottle opener. What's great about that is it has a lot of depth and a lot of great type of high quality feel because it's made completely out of metal. Then we have our scale prop replica Viserius crown, which you saw the full 1-to-1 scale version over there. And again, about the scale prop replica line, we're trying to create something that is a lot more affordable and smaller, so we can display it anywhere. So you have the plutonium case from Back to the Future, and this one was a phenomenal piece, and we're actually sold out at the show.
Yeah, I know Back to the Future, so...
And then we have...
It's very beautiful too.
Our Batman Batarang from Batman Returns, the 1992 one. So you can see the 4 little guys in there, like the radar that he sets up right before he throws the Batarang, and it hunts him down, so it's a lot of fun. And then we have our Peacemaker bottle opener.
Nice.
And what's great about that, again, you can see that it has a lot of depth to it and a lot of quality. It's made completely out of metal, and it has a very reflective finish. And then our Cricket bottle opener from the Next Generation from Star Trek. And our Catspaw Enterprise prop replica, which is a limited edition prop replica, only limited to 1,000 pieces. And that one has actually been flying out. Forgive the pun, but it's actually been phenomenal. So it's been really fantastic, and we've been very happy with the reaction from fans. So those are our exclusives this year. And then I'd love to show you one final thing. So this is kind of a part of it where I'm not going to get into every ship because it does get a little crowded in here. But feel free to browse. This is our FE Masterworks line. And our FE Masterworks line consists of bespoke, handmade models from industry veteran artisans who create these ships for customers. And what's great about these is they're a representation of kind of what's considered to be a lost art, where instead of creating handmade models that were made to shoot in the film, it's been replaced by computer graphics or CG. And what we're trying to do is embrace what used to exist when these artisans would create the ships. So we've been in contact with people who had actually made these ships for the shows, like for instance, the Next Generation.
Yes.
And we've commissioned them to create these ships for a very premium price for people who want to display them in their homes.
For collectors, yeah.
And the price range is anywhere from $15,500 all the way to $20,000.
Okay.
But again, these are really, truly one-of-a-kind ships that are meant for the discerning collector. And so this one is one that we just announced this show. It's the Enterprise Z.
Okay.
And as you can see, it's just a massive scale.
Yeah, it's big.
And inside, but feel free to shoot wherever you like. We have ships that we've shown previously, including the Refit, the Enterprise G back there, and a couple of other ones. So you'll see all sorts of different things. We have a ship from ET over there. We also have a flux capacitor from Back to the Future. A just announced time circuits, Prop Replica, which we intend to announce more information about soon, among many other things. So that's pretty much our booth. And this is, I can't remember what year we've been here, but this is our favorite show that we exhibit every year, and we're very happy to be here.
Perfect. Thank you.